Well, welcome back to Myrtle Beach, where the athletes of Group 4 are about to take on their second feat of strength, the deadlift machine.
Yes, indeed. We'll find out who is the deadlift machine as they take on this apparatus filled with barrels, and it'll fill with more as they get each successful lift under their belt. 620 pounds could become 835 pounds by the last one.
Well, 4 athletes have competed, with Bishop the current leader, an impressive 7 reps from him. Schoonwinkel in second with 6. 2 athletes left to go, including this man, a legend in the world of strength athletics. In fact, Brian Shaw has announced his retirement after this year. Let's hear from him in his SPD Power Profile.
Brian Shaw, 41, 6'8", 415 pounds, USA. Everything is dialed in. I'm ready to execute, I'm ready to perform, and my mindset is in a very, very good spot.
The big man, Brian Shaw.
And of course, the questions have come up, is this really your last World's Strongest Man? I'm confident in my decision, and walking away from this contest without a win, in my mind, that's a failure.
Whether he wins title number 5 or not, I'm not sure it makes a whole lot of difference to the change that he's made to the sport.
If there is a person who will earn 5th title, it's Brian.
I said early on that I wanted to leave the sport of strongman in a better place than when I started.
He's really been an advocate for strongman.
When he starts talking, everyone shuts up and listens.
If we needed a union of guys, Brian would probably be the head of the union.
Strongman growth and Brian's growth has been on the rise over the last couple of decades.
Love you too! Ending my strongman career, I think it speaks volumes how the other competitors speak about me.
Brian set the blueprint.
He's the perfect template.
Brian's left a lot of doors wide open.
I'm going to follow in his footsteps.
That ripple effect from just being a good person and treating people the way that I want to get treated speaks the loudest about who I am and what I've been able to do to grow the sport.
Brian Shaw has done more than any other athlete for the sport of strongman.
Representing the United States.
So much love there for Brian Shaw. Give a lot to this community. He will be missed at World's Strongest Man. Well, let's see what he's got this year.
On the whistle. Well, the deadlift is one of the truest tests of strength. And this machine, Brian knows well, it's been in retirement for a while, but it's back. It swings in at you as you stand up with it. You really have to put your feet in the right place. It's not quite as easy as a deadlift in the gym, but he's on to number 4. Once he hits that 7th rep, if he hits it, he can just keep going. So it's not about time this year, it's about the most reps wins.
Well, here we go. It's 7 to beat. He can equal that now. And then let's see what he's got.
Oh, this will be huge for his fans if he does it.
He's done it. But where do we go now?
He's going for another. He's going to try and really push the lead here. He's got Heinla to come.
Drags it up. Gets it. That's 8. And he's happy with that.
Very impressive indeed. That's 2 reps at 835 pounds at the end. And that's after all the other work. Shaw is on form, no doubt about it.
Well, a nosebleed there from all the pressure. Wipes that away.
Well, I'm really impressed. 8 repetitions. Certainly shows his leg and back power is absolutely on top form.
Well, the continuation of the deadlift machine when the SPD World's Strongest Man returns. Well, welcome back to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, as we continue the second event for Group 4, the deadlift machine.
Rauno
And we move on with the Estonian, Heinla.
2-time world champion at deadlift, this guy. As you can see from Brian's pensive face, is someone who could really trouble him. You ready? On the whistle. But he's got a lot of work to get there. Oh, look at that, how quick it is. He's incredibly long-armed, and that certainly helps the biomechanics of the lift. Down! Well over 700 pounds, and it's like nothing. He stands up with it. It's a breeze.
Look at this experience. All this experience in one man.
Yes, it's been a decade since he was last at World's Strongest Man. He's certainly been busy in that period, pulling heavy deadlifts, and he's doing well here. This is for 7. He needs 8 to equal Shaw. He looks good for it. I'm not sure taking a rest is the right thing to do here. I really don't.
30 seconds.
Rarely do you recover well when you're in that position. You've just lost that groove.
Well, he's sacrificed that rhythm for a rest. Will it help? Well, it seems to.
Oh!
15 seconds. 15.
One more and he'll go ahead of Shaw. This is his event. He needs the win if he's going to go on to the final.
Oh, this would be incredible. No, just too much. But what a showing from the big Estonian. Ties with Brian Shaw for first place.
Well, 8 reps is tremendous. I think it actually says more about Brian Shaw than it does about Heinla. Heinla's a specialist at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the co-winners
Brian Shaw just matched
of the
it.
deadlift machine, Rauno Heinla and Brian Shaw.
Well, 2 worthy champs for that deadlift machine. Meaning Heinla and Shaw will tie, each with 8 reps. The Brit Adam Bishop with 7. Ferris from the USA will tie for 5th with 5 reps. And with that result, well, the Estonian lifts himself to the top of the leaderboard with 10.5 points. Shaw with 9.5 will rise into 2nd, with Schoonwinkel only a ½ point behind in 3rd. James and Eddie are with Brian now.
Brian, was there another lift in you there on the deadlift machine?
I thought there was. I knew Rauno would put up a big number, but in the qualifiers, it's risky to go too far and to lay too much out there. So, I mean, I had to work certainly for that a little bit, but, you know, I knew it was a good number, and thankfully it was enough to share the win in the group.
Well, Eddie, this sounds like the Brian of a few years ago when this guy was picking up the title at the end of the competition, keeping it within himself in the heat.
Exactly that. I mean, amazing performance, as we expect from Brian, especially on deadlift. And, yeah, talk us through the events coming up.
Yeah, we got log ladder next, and that's a very strong event. Training has gone well for that, and I'm looking forward to doing great there and hopefully get my spot in the final.
All right. Brian, it's a pleasure to watch your work.
Thank you.
Long may it continue.
Thanks, Brian.
Well, Brian Shaw must start conquering events if he wants to avoid the dreaded stone-off. Can he get some much-needed points in the next event, the log ladder? Find out when we return to the SPD World's Strongest Man, presented by Rogue.